Charlie, we know you will officially say goodnight on World News, but we wanted to show you some love here. So this is from us to you.
Welcome to World News. Tonight from the fire lines of Southern California.
We are in Hyannisport, Massachusetts, just across the road from the Kennedy compound. We are in London tonight, where the leaders of the world's largest countries are gathering to address the worldwide recession.
Dear Charlie, your decades in journalism.
Now it will be just Carter and Reagan one-on-one.
Dozens of reports from around the world.
We're in an Israeli helicopter.
An untold number of newsmaker interviews.
Were you trading arms for hostages?
Did you bet on baseball?
If we lose another 1,000 kids, is there a point where the cost is too great, Mr. President?
Led you to the anchor chair at World News. But we will always remember you as one of the founding fathers of our Good Morning America family.
Third, and it's a dirty job, but somebody has to do it. So I'm Charles Gibson from New Jersey, and I sincerely hope this is not the last time I say Good Morning America.
Taking us on far-flung adventures.
What a thrill. If you come to New Orleans and you're Good Morning America, you cannot come here without having Emerald on the program. When you come to France, you must cook, you must have Julia Child.
Douse it with red wine.
We welcome you to the deck of the USS Enterprise.
Bringing us breaking news.
I'm Charles Gibson. This morning down in South Dade County, Florida, in Oklahoma City, a half-mile up the road from Columbine High School. Who wins Florida wins the presidency. The Pope will be buried under St. Peter's Basilica.
Leading us through perhaps the hardest story of all.
There is one report, as of yet unconfirmed, that a plane has hit the World Trade Center. First thing you do is call your kids. And I've got a daughter who works down in the shadow of those buildings. She walked about 125 blocks to get home yesterday.
You're known for your special touch with children.
You got a beautiful face. You're going to be a heartbreaker.
Can I blow some?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. Yeah! Your hero in life was Jimmy Carter. And if you look on over there, I think you'll find that he's here and he'd like to meet you.
Your laughter.
Sorry. Sorry. Gibson.
Your charm.
You're just a flirt and a tease, that's all.
And your playful spirit.
New Year's would not be right without a silly hat.
Plant one on her.
Okay, baby.
Charlie Gibson.
Oh, Diane, where's my Diane?
Diane warned us about you. Retreat, retreat.
But Charlie, you're admired most of all for your heart. Ladies and gentlemen, the father of the bride. Yep. And for sharing you all these years, the Good Morning America family thanks your family, your wife Arlene and your 2 daughters. That's Jessica on GMA.
You know, and if I can take a little liberty here. Come on down.
Can we have a close-up of those 2 smiles?
And this is your youngest, Kate. We understand she went to work for a competing morning show. What a ride you've had, Charlie.
She's going to start us off. Okay, all right.
We celebrate your journey.
Here we go.
From beat reporter to anchorman. And all the glorious years in between.
Oh, thanks. Seeing the kids and all of that, wow, these were great years. Great years. You're going to have such a good time.
I can tell.
You just don't know what a great time you're going to have.
I'm sure I don't. I got a little flavor this morning, though.
Yeah, you do. I mean, it's just, it's amazing. And you find yourself doing things you never expected to do in your life. And everything in your life becomes part of this. I mean, there's just no experience you have that you don't fine paying
You
off
got
on
to
the air.
tell us about last night. It was a special going away, and your daughters gave a tribute to you, and it was just, I was wondering what was going through your mind as they were
Well,
talking.
each of them spoke, and a number of people, after I told them I was going to retire, each of them wrote me a letter. Every father should get those letters, and then every father should have a chance to hear their kids say what my kids said last night. They were. It's just that's an aw shucks thing, but they were terrific, both of them.
Well, I loved what both of them had to say, and when Kate said that people ask her about, well, when's your dad going to write a book? And she said he's never going to write a book because he has always been about telling other people's stories, that you don't feel that your own story is worthy of being told. And what a great listener.
I just don't know that many words.
What a great listener you are.
George did it. You know, I found you can use the and stuff multiple times.
You might do it, Charlie.
we got to let you know another perk of the job that Charlie found out about when I think that was part of the reason he came in so early every morning. Shall we say they were Charlie's angels? Take a look.
May I say?
Yes.
That you're a very good-looking woman. Is that an inappropriate thing to say, Kelly?
I think you're a hug too, Charlie, and I'll go there with you. Yes, I will. That's right. That's
Don't stop.
So it's a bit of, shaking a little pan here, shimmying across the kitchen with your muffin tray.
But you shake more than a little pan. I mean, I saw this in a Nickelodeon once, and I've always wanted to try it.
Well, flattery will get you everywhere. So. Shameless.
Sure.
I don't know. I hope Allie wasn't watching this.
He's going to call you about that.
But there actually was one very special message we wanted you to get as well.
Why would somebody as young and as vital and sexy and virile as you retire? But listen, I guess you've achieved everything there is to achieve. No kidding. So if anybody deserves a retirement, it is you. Love you, Charlie.
Oh, that's so nice. She came to the last show here, too.
So why now?
Why now?
Yeah.
There's no one reason, but it's better to walk off the stage a little early if you do that than it is later. But it's funny. People measure jobs, and you work here 3 years here, or maybe if they're lucky, they measure jobs in decades. But I measure it in fractions of centuries, and I've been at ABC for more than a third of a century. And I have been lucky enough to anchor one of ABC's major broadcasts for almost a quarter of a century. And it's just time. And you find I'm more tired now on a Friday night than I was when I was doing this. And Arlene's retired, and there's just places to go. I haven't had more than 2 weeks off in a row in 40-some years.
So what do you want to do?
I don't know. The best advice, strangely enough, to relate to your world for a minute, the best advice I got the other night was at a dinner from Bill Bradley, who said, take time. Go sit somewhere, do a lot of reading, and in 6 months to 9 months, you'll know what it is you want to do and how much you want to work, or if you want to work at all. And the only thing I know is I'll never again report to the same place at the same time, 5 days a week, 11 months a year. I've done that.
Well, Charlie.
And it has been, but just since it's time to get off the air, and you've got a 30-second cue, I would just, it was such a privilege to do this program. It is such a privilege. I've always said this is the best named program in the history of television. To be able to say Good Morning America every morning is such an honor. And to be able to say welcome to World News is the same thing. I have been so blessed. And working with all of these people, the same thing. 3, 2, 1.
You still got it.
It has been a pleasure.